Who is a good father? A good father is that man that provides for his children. Again, who is a husband? A husband is that man, that very man that loves, his wife. Yes. Any man that doesn't love his wife should not be called a husband, rather a man. You get me? Or let me say this man. Yes. I said that any man that doesn't love his wife, right, should not be called a husband. Rather, he should be called this man. You get me? It's a very simple thing. Now, I know most of you guys out there, seeing my video right now, okay, would be wondering why I am, making this video. The purpose, right, relates to my late father. You get Chief Kajeta Makase. Onowe Wariamu Okalaku, Egedege Turunampu in Anambra State. You get me? Yes. This, my video, is a sort of, or let me say, in memory of my dad, right, that departed this earth today, being 2nd of October, right. He really departed this earth 2020, right? 2nd of October. Yes. So I'm actually doing a sort of remembrance. Yes. This is the 4th year in which my dad crossed over to the other side of life. You get? So it's a very simple thing. I just want to have or make us all have a sober reflection, right? About what being a father, a good father, means. My dad was a very good father, man. I am not going to take your time, right? But I want you out there as a man, as a father, as a husband. I want you to emulate the lifestyle of my dad, right? I know that we all have individual differences, man. But I want you to live a life of gold, life that is worth emulating. You get? Yes. Life in which people will say and say, wow. Because I was really left open-mouthed, even though I know my dad, right? I know how peaceful he can be. The day he departed, I came down from Onitsha when I got a call around 6 o'clock in the morning when my elder sister called me. I now have to tell my guy to drive me down to Iboariam. You get? Now, under a few minutes, we are there at Iboariam. You get? So when I entered my compound, I saw the way my compound was really thronged with people, man. I was like, whoa, what is happening? That day, there was a burial, a sort of a stone throw, right? Yes, they was doing a burial there, a big man for that matter. Do you know that people deserted that burial place, right, for my own compound? The moment they heard the news that Ochiaya, Onowe Wariam, has crossed over to the other side of life, has went to see his forefathers, man. Honestly, almost all of them deserted that burial place and came to my compound, man. Are you serious? So now tell me, if to say this man no be good man, if to say my pale no be good man, who go do that kind of thing? Not only a few people go live that. And okay, imagine a whole burial, a whole big man's burial, right? Yes, our neighbor, a stone throne, where we say they are now sharing better rice. Ofaku better, cow, like all those things, man. People left their foods for my compound. Honestly, that was a height of respect. You get me? Yes, they really showed that my dad, Weifomiu, that he was man of peace. Yes. He retired a major in Nigerian army. You get me? Yes, of course. Even as a soldier, he was still a peaceful man. You get? Yes. So I think at this point, standing on my tentacles, man, I will really proclaim my dad a saint. Tell me, what does it cost one to be a saint? Not be only Igbo people go be a saint or go be saint. You see, my dad, Chief Obiora Kajeta Makase, na better saint. So from today, once I'm making my prayers, man, and I want someone to convey my prayer to God, right? Instead of using St. Gabriel, this, that, all these Oyibo names, I will use my daddy's name, St. Obiora Makase. You pray for me. It's a very simple thing, guys. Honestly, my dad led a life of emulation. Life worth emulating, man. You get, and again, based on my mom, my dad loved my mom. That was why he said, who is a husband? My dad was a husband because he loved my mom well. My dad wasn't an ordinary this man. No. Any woman that addresses her husband as this man, honestly, it shows that the husband is not really, caring for that woman. My dad really cared for my mom very well. You get me? Yes. Of course, because my mom is very loyal and submissive to my dad, right? And that's why my dad has to love her very well. Women out there, wives out there, you have to be submissive to your husband. You get me? For them to love you. You have to be loyal to them. You can't be forming Margaret Thatcher and you expect your husband to love you. No, it doesn't make sense. Unless your husband is a weakling, no wahala. You get me? Unless your husband is a simp, no problem. You get? But if your husband is a better guy, man, you have to show loyalty and submissiveness. That's all. You get me? And he will have to what? Love you. You get me? It's a very simple thing, guys. So I keep on saying RIP to my dad, my sweet father. Honestly, I call him great historian. I learned from the best. All the things I know, I learned from my dad, man. He was the best. So I learned from the best, man. You get? He wrote many novels, man, among which are In the Jaw of Illusion, The Gods Are Traitors, Uncle Joel, The Rescue, and among others, man. You get me? So I praise him. Yes, I am his replica, of course. Each time I see my dad that year when he was alive, man, honestly, I feel good, right? Yes. Seeing my dad makes my or keeps my heart so warm. You get me? So so you as a father now, would your son, would your daughter see you and feel good? No, tell me. Or would your daughter, your son see you and just avert their eyes? No, tell me. They will be looking at you smiling with happiness. No, tell me. That is the kind of dad I want to be to my children. And again, are you the kind of father who will say if your wife sees you, your wife will just avert her eyes? Or are you the kind of husband who will say when your wife sees you, your wife will be so happy to have you, sit by her, right? Yes, your wife will be so happy to sit with you, to drink with you, to eat with you. Guys, I want to say that my dad really performed the role of what? A father and role of what? A husband during his days on this planet Earth. So you, see my video right now, I want you to emulate my father, my sweet father, right? I want you to lead a good life to your children, to your wives. You get me? It's a very simple thing, guys. RIP, Papa. I miss you so well. We your children. I am his last born. We are 8, in numbers evenly divided by 2. If you know what I mean, right? Evenly divided by 2 means that 8 over 2 is 4, right? So it shows that we are 4-4. That is 4 girls, 4 guys. I am the last born, the whole. You get me? Easy. We get soldiers, so no be China. RIP, my sweet father. I miss you. I will keep missing you. If to say them they get next life, now you go be my papa. Whether you are poor, whether you are rich, it's none of my business. What matters to me is your what? Personality as a man. That just it, guys. I rest my case.